Hi everybody, it's Diane from Tattered Edges Design. I'm back with the book again. Did you realize we're not even halfway through these prompts yet? Plus I've skipped over some. Yeah. Okay, 20. Maps. I'm trying not to let it glare for you guys. Dig out some maps and use pieces of them in your collage. Might be left over from a vacation, show your home state, or places you've always wanted to go. Blah, blah, blah. You can also work with subway maps or bus routes. Okay. Actually, his are pretty cool. I'm sure mine will look nothing like that. So anyway, I do have maps, and actually quite a bit more than this. But I thought just for ease of not unfolding something that's, 8 miles long on camera here, I'm going to use an old atlas. And I mean old and crummy. And I bought it at a rummage sale many years ago. And I've even used most of the maps out of it. I'm left with text and stuff, which sooner or later will get used too. And I pulled a few images. I have no idea if these are going to work, but I just happened to see this as a very old magazine ad for towels. But I thought maybe if I could find, which this may not help me, a lot of water, ocean, sea. That would be kind of cool for her. Something like that. Down here, the English Channel. Do they have mermaids in the English Channel? Out here. All right. And I have my tried and true index cards here once again. All right, it doesn't quite fit, but we'll do something with that. Yeah, I should say that for something interesting, shouldn't I? See, I should do that and grab a polar bear or something, right? Actually, that's not stupid. We'll think about that. I know I just saw one in something. All right, I think number one, I don't want this. I thought it was kind of funny, this text. Lofty loop construction soaks up water like a sponge. But I don't know. I don't think I like that. And yes, there's a dog getting a drink kind of in the next room there. It's after breakfast time. Maybe I'll save that though. Well, no, because the hour is missing. Okay, forget it. I had good intentions there. Yeah, I know. You didn't tune in to watch fussy cutting, right? Oh, I don't know. Maybe you did. It's the Fussy Cutting Club. Alright, well, that's kind of a start with that. Actually, that's kind of fun. Alright, these two, I don't know. I just grabbed. And if you recall on his, you don't even have to, I mean, it's not like the whole background is supposed to be a map. That's not his point. Well, this matches better, but I think this is really interesting. So, what about that with this? Because of that color. Okay, something like that. Maybe. I don't know. And we're going to end up with using all the same stuff, right? Is that... It's way too redundant. Alright, what about something like this? Because I don't know. I don't know if I want to cut that picture. Look at that. See those? Look at those cars. Look how old. Central Avenue, Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas. Times change, huh? Alright, I don't want to cut that. There's some good pictures in here. I didn't really remember that. Alright, we can lose this. Oh, Illinois. Well, I'll have to remember that somewhere. Oh, there's some horses down there. They've got everything in here. This is actually pretty cool. And too bad you're cutting it up, Diane. Apparently, they have the like capitals for all the states, or at least I don't think that's the capital of Maine, is it? This is actually a pretty nice book. Mules, yeah, Missouri mule weanlings. That. I think that phrase that I'm not real fond of, but Diane went down a rabbit hole. That's cool too. Look at that. Blue Ridge Parkway, North Carolina. All right, Diane, look at your book later. That's interesting. All right. Wow, that's nice. Oh, that's Mount Vernon. Okay. All right, she's shutting the book. But it's there if we, we need it or we want to look at, cool pictures of state landmarks. We know where to go. All right. Well, these are definitely starting points. This is needlepoint, by the way, out of a old McCall's. And yes, this is kind of upside down. Do we want it the other way? Do we care? I mean, technically it's sideways, but that one word looked like it was upside down. No, I like it this way. And this was up against the page edge, so I would have to have that off anyway. I don't know. Do we want to look for a polar bear? Well, I'll do that off camera and see if I come up with something. All right, let me grab my scraps. Yeah, did I point this out? I gotta get a new basket or something. It's falling apart. Which I've had that for many moons, so it's okay. Oh, where would I possibly find map stuff? No, that's not bad. I don't know. And I don't know. He obviously is not using scrapbook paper. Yeah, let's look again. He's got tissue paper. It looks like some sort of ad, probably maybe a book. Yeah, I don't know. That's some sort of transfer, probably. Yeah, you could rubber stamp over a solid area, couldn't you? That's not dumb. There also are map scrapbook papers. Just in case you didn't know that. No, too busy. There's another piece. I've got maps coming out my ears, apparently. I think Diane's back too. She can't have too many things staring at her at once, or she gets confused. Well, it's kind of pretty. It could be a little busy. I could knock it down with gesso. Oh, and I forgot. I'm on a timetable here, and I forgot to look and see what time it was when I came back here. By the way, for our cardboard episode, there are scrapbook papers that look like cardboard too. Well, I would just say something very plain down there. Text or paint or dots. No, that's too bright. Here's a text thing. Yeah, I think that. Alright, well that's a pretty good starting point for one. Alright, this could get set aside. Now our hyacinth. That's kind of cute. cute. Maybe that needs like a word. More map. That might go with our mermaid. Ooh, that's kind of pretty. Even like it over it. Guess I would get rid of the red. I thought for a minute the red might be a cute kind of accent thing, but I don't think so. It's kind of interesting. It's crooked. Yeah. I think, was it Mary? I forget. I'm sorry who you were. Commented, how do I cut so straight? I don't. I get lucky once in a while. Alright, that's a good starting point for that. Alright, Miss Mermaid. It did occur to me, I've got this book that an unsupervised puppy got at, unfortunately, once upon a time. So it's now collage fodder. Of maybe putting a fish in there, but I don't know if these are too big. Oh, well, but she's got a magnifying glass. What about this yellow one, or that yellow one? Let's see. I was even thinking of that. You know what I should do? Cut out the the circle, right, and have it go over the fish. I would say this one. I don't think you want it. All right, I'll pause and fussy cut this fish, and I think cut out that circle and look for a polar bear. I don't know what I'm gonna find with that, but I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. I did quite a lot of work because every time I wanted to film, there was activity and I couldn't film. I don't know what I'm going to do about this, but anyway, but they're not done. So this one, I found this word and I thought the colors matched nice, and I did gesso a little behind that iris because it was too busy, I thought. But it's still kind of, if you look at his, now these are, it's excellent work. I'm not saying it's not good or anything, but there, it's 3 things. Well, 4. It's like 2 things. This is split in half. There's not a lot to it, but I don't know. I mean, maybe to some people they think that's great. It's done. I don't. So I kind of thought, just because of this color, would this do anything anywhere? If I could get it started, which I should have done off camera. I didn't think of that. There. Well, it does match really nice, but I don't know if I do that, it's going to look too separated. I think that's too much on top. What if I did just a little, kind of across? Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it's barely paper up. All right. Alright, I still don't think it's done though. And I kind of didn't want to go the ribbon route because he doesn't do that. So I figured, like, why am I doing it then for this stuff? I don't know. Maybe some stamping. What about just a number? Like it's a plate number or something for this photo. Well, it's not gonna hurt anything. We'll try that. But where? Right there. Okay. That's good. Still not done. Well, let's trim the washi. Let's ink edges. Yeah, he doesn't do that either. Oh, da 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 da! It's my new dauber, and it is just cheap Hobby Lobby thing. And I'll try not to be so hard on it. Maybe it'll last longer than the other one. Okay. What about other stamping? Like, you know, well, I shouldn't say you know. You probably don't know what I'm talking about. You know, text. I don't think I want music. These little tiny numbers. That'd be okay. How about something, even like a postmark? Let's try that. And I also noticed, which way does this go? When I stamp online, or on camera, I'm not really doing this, but it looks like I'm going like this. Like, ta-da. I'm just sort of releasing it, but it just looks like this big, you know, showy thing. I'm sorry. I'll try to watch that. All right, I like that. Do we want the other half like down here or something? All right, why not? So then I can watch how I release this and don't make a big presentation out of it. There, was that good? I got ink on my counter. Actually, I like that. No, I think maybe like a little flower or something up there, but I'm not going to rummage around in my flower box, so I will put that aside. Remind me of that. All right. This one. I added a word, I added another fish. I added gesso at the top because the map didn't go all the way and you can still see that. So I'm not wild about that. I can go over it with more gesso. I was also thinking of drawing white dots to look like bubbles. I was thinking, this is just obviously flowers, but I thought maybe it would look a little under the water seaweed type stuff. Even over, would that be dumb? It's not terrible. I should have put it under her, right? Well, let's just take a little tiny bit and see. I think that's kind of cool. Or do we want it on top? No, I don't want it on top. All the way over. No. Let's see, that's kind of neat. I think it looks sort of aquatic. So what if we did one? See, now this is more floral-y. Well, I'm definitely not going to use those. I don't know, it's just too flowery looking. What if we take this? And I'll save that for my junk journal. Sometimes I do that. You know, if I have a little snippet of something from a project left over and I don't think I'll really use it somewhere else, I put it in my junk journal and I say, you know, made index card collages today. This was a leftover or something like that. Isn't that interesting? Alright, I kind of like that. Even though I think it's crooked a little bit. I need my, no, I do that too. I gotta stop that, I'm sorry. This has dots, yeah, dots. I've got, just a minute, up here, and then bold. I don't know what this is. What do you think, a soup? It's an old 70s thing. But I've got some little inks in there. What about this darker blue? Except this, you know, probably got black on it. Let's try it. Ugh. Yeah, it looks, I guess it looks blue, but let's try a lighter blue. Where's that one? Oh, that was this one. Sorry, I had them mixed up. Yeah, actually, I like that color better. I should have used that first. I guess there could be bubbles everywhere, right? Alright, well that's kind of fun. Do I want to draw some white ones with the gel pen? Let's see. I could even do circles too. Yeah, it's okay. Doesn't show up a lot, which is fine. Alright, I think that's plenty of that. Let's trim the washi and see what it looks like. I think that's pretty done. You want to ink it with like a blue ink? Now that I just put that thing away. And I don't think you notice that edge so much anymore, so that's okay, that's good. Yeah, I didn't want to try to get in there to cut. It's just, that paper was so old, it was really brittle, so I thought that was risky. Yeah, I think that one's probably done. Okay. This one is nowhere near done. And to prove my point, what I said earlier, this is not straight. This is not straight, as you can tell by those dots. So I'm thinking of a little camouflage in the form of washi tape. No, that's too busy. So right now, too busy. That's doable. What about letters? Actually, I like that. What made that go across? It's kind of cool. I will say I like tape like this where it, you know, it looks like it's stamping now. You can't see the tape. It's kind of cool. And I was thinking later, I actually have matte washi tape, which I know is not what he was thinking about, but I do have that. Not that I can use it. There. Upside down. This is one of those left-handed rolls. No. Alright, but we still haven't addressed this problem. About this one. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, I can live with that there. And today, this is not going to go up today, but today is St. Patrick's Day. And I did make my green shamrock cookies. I did that actually yesterday. And I did have help from a family member. Thank you, family member. And my husband is making corned beef and cabbage as we speak here. I have made it for him in my life. I have, but I don't like it, so these last couple of years, he said, well, I'll make it. Sometime I went, oh, no, please let me work in the kitchen. Well, that's crooked, and the whole point of this was to make this picture look uncrooked. I know uncrooked isn't a word. It should be though, shouldn't it? All right. Let me ink around the edges with black on this. Yeah, actually, I think that one's done. I know it's very simple. You could, you know, when you make yours, you know, put a word down here. That would be kind of nice. But I don't think I'm going to do that. Okay, we're up to the penguins, which, by the way, when I turned the camera off the first time, I thought, there's penguins in Antarctica, right? Yeah, right. I was like, well, Di, maybe you should look that up and before you sound like an idiot. There really aren't. Well, there are. But they're by the coast and the islands. And there's only a certain type, which, you know, these probably are not. So my apologies to the penguin population out there. But anyway, this was a necklace out of a catalog. So I put that there. And what else I'm going to do with this one, I don't know. I was thinking I could spatter with white. I could sloppily go around with white. I don't know. I don't really have a word I want to say. Here, let's go around the edge. Yeah, I don't know. And no, he didn't paint on his. All right. Now that's still awfully boring. Well, you know what? Let me pause because if I'm going to spatter, I have to get water. I don't have any water. This is too thick. Let me pause, get water, and I'll give this a little thought so I'm not standing around going, I don't know. I'll be back. Okay, I got water and a yucky water thing that I got to replace. Before I spattered though, I was thinking what about these postal marks? You know, the lines. What would that look like? Just, oh, good, Diane. I don't know, just for interest. That's okay. Okay. Well, let me spatter. Maybe that would be adequate. Oh, I put my washi away. I didn't see that one. Let me move these so they don't get white on them. All right. And did I think to get a flower while I was off camera for that other one? Nope. Now, what do you think? You think that's done? I mean, to me, it's a little dull. But what else would you do with it? All right. Flower. I need a flower. I need a flower. I'm going to think about this one, and I'll come back one more time. Okay. I think they're done. I did a little more stamping with this little asterisk looking stamp. I think that's fine. Not the most exciting one I've ever done in my life, but it's fine. This one, I did add a few marker dots in this turquoise blue because I thought, especially these dark ones, it looked too patterned, you know, 3, 3, 3. So I put that in to kind of take away from that. Okay. This one, it's upside down tulips. Because I cut these tulips out and they were too big. And I thought, well, I'll just cut them and have them flush against spring. Well, it looked like spring had a weird muffin hat or something on it. So I was kind of, and just even to be kind of funny, I'm like, I'll put them upside down. Oh, well, I kind of like that. So that's what we did. So we kind of did the upside down collage prompt that I didn't want to do before anyway. And then this one was the same. I didn't do anything different to that one. All right, let's look at his. So maps. Okay, folks, here we go. 4 more to add to the pile. I'm getting quite a library there of these cards. So thanks for joining me. Happy St. Patrick's Day, probably late, and have a nice day.